Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm a little nervous. I don't know why I'm nervous. Cause well, I don't know why. Anyway, it's day 6 of the Tamariathon. 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 Let's get into it. I'm excited because tomorrow gonna be the last day and I can take a breather. I'm still gonna be consistent on my channel. Don't get that effed up. So if you hit that subscribe button, you did the right thing because you still gonna be getting new content. It's just not gonna be every day. Because what? I mean, I might post every day here and there. Well, that don't make sense. I might post drop a video like 3 days straight. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet, but just stick with me, right? So let's just get straight to this video because I don't need to be too long because I still want it to, get uploaded in a reasonable time. Today, I don't know what I'm gonna tell this video, but today I'm gonna be talking about the time when my mom had kicked me out the first time, right? But not that specifically because I think I already dropped the story time with it. This gonna be about how my homegirl was like helping me throughout that time, right? Helping me, quote unquote. Well, no shade, but hold up. Let's just get straight into it. So all I know is my mama had put me out, and then I had fell on hard times. Like I ain't had nowhere to go at the time for real. Should we give her a name? We just gonna call her homegirl because I think I done did a story time on her before, and I think I just be calling her homegirl. So my homegirl was like, "Girl, it's okay. Like you could come live with me and my family." So at the time she was living with her mama and her mama's boyfriend and her 2 little sisters. So it was already 4 people, you know what I'm saying, in 3 bedrooms. So she said I couldn't live with her. So I'm like, okay, cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I kept asking her over the course of me living with her. I kept asking, I was like, so is it cool? Like, you really asked them if I could stay with y'all, and they said yes. And so at first she was like, yeah, like, it's okay, it's cool. And then she kind of like revealed to me that she didn't really ask them for real. So it was just like, I don't know. So long story short, her mom told her that I had to go. Well, that's what she told me. She said her mom said that I had to go. And yeah, so I had left and I had checked into this hotel. But by that time, I had done spent up like a lot of the money that I saved up when I was working. But let me tell y'all the tea. So, I was like, by the time I was done living with my homegirl, I think I stayed over there maybe like a week. I don't remember, to be honest. I don't know. But yeah, so I ended up leaving and I had to get me a hotel. Well, a motel. So I always got me a motel room. But at the time, did I tell this? I feel like I told this story just recently. Anyway, so I was only like 20 years old, I think. I was either like 19. No, I was definitely 20 years old. So I was not old enough to get a hotel or like a motel. And I don't think I had a job. Like I probably was looking for a job, but I ain't had no car at the time. So even if I did have a job, I didn't have no way to get to and from work. And if you ain't had no, like, if you don't have no car, you need to have a stable place to stay at least, so then you could get you a job in walking distance, because that's what I did when I was with my mama. Like, so I just walk across the street to the Circle K or whatever. But yeah, let me tell y'all, so I ain't had no job and I had done spent my money, and so I was using the rest of the money I had to get a motel. And so I went to Gaston Inn. If you from Gastonia, then you know, like the Gaston Inn, it used to be orange, but now I think they painted it white. I'm gonna try to find a picture and put on the screen. So I went there and I asked them if I could get a room. They told me I was not old enough. They said I had to be 21. I thought you could be 18 and get like a hotel or a motel room. Like I didn't know you had to be 21, but that's how it was. But since they were ghetto, right? They had, well, let me tell y'all, I'm gonna get to that. So at the time when I was like, after my mom kicked me out and stuff, y'all, my uncle was calling me. And so I told my uncle like what was going on, that I ain't had nowhere to go and I was staying with my homegirl. And they said her family said I had to leave or whatnot. So I was asking him if he could get the motel room in his name, like if he could help me, right? Cause yeah, like, and he kept calling me because he was calling me for updates and stuff, and I would pick up and I would tell him what I had going on because I was thinking he was gonna help me. Like he always came across as the type like, oh no, I'll help you. Like, you know, I'm your uncle, I got you, da. And then at the time he was like my favorite uncle because he was quote unquote cooler than like all my other uncles and aunts. Like But that was not the case. He was actually missing for real. So let me tell y'all. So I asked him, I said, can you get this motel in your name because I'm not old enough to get it, but I got the money for it. And so he was beating around the bush, basically communicating in his actions that he really didn't want to do it. You know what I'm saying? So I think the lady behind the desk that I was talking to at the motel, she seen the situation I was in and she wanted to help me. Like, so I really appreciate her. Like, I hope God like bless her and I hope she's doing good because she helped me out. She told me that I could get a room, but I was not allowed to have any guests. Now, at the time, I didn't question that because I wasn't gonna have no guests anyway. But now that I'm older and I look back on it, I think she told me I couldn't have no guests over because y'all, remember when I told you the Gaston Inn is like ghetto for real? They probably be in that motel selling coochie. Cause like it's certain motels where it's known that they do that at. And I didn't know that. Like, so that's probably why she was like, yeah, you can't have no guests a lot, cause that's highly illegal. Like, I think the motel itself would get in trouble if like they got busted. I don't know, like that was weird, but I was just happy that the lady allowed me to get a room. So when I had checked into the motel room, the girl that I was friends with, she ended up like, what happened? Oh yeah, she ended up coming over and she was like, hey, my mom finna take me to the store. And she had her food stamp card. Now my mom, like when she got pregnant, my mom told her to get on food stamps to help her out. So she had filled out the application and I think we had went up there to turn it in and they gave her a food stamp card. So when I was in my motel room, she had came over, she was like, yeah, my mom, she finna take me to the store and like you could get what you want. So I had gotten a car with her and her mom and we went to the Walmart. And I just remember picking out some stuff. Y'all, I was so sad. Like, I was so distraught. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I was so distraught because I was just scared. Like, I didn't know what I was gonna do. Like, my mom had them put me out. Like, my dad had already put me out. Well, put everybody out. And so I just felt like I ain't really had nobody for real. And yeah, like, that girl, my homegirl, she was like trying to help, but it's like my thing is I would have never did her like that because it came a time where she had to come stay with me and my mom and my brother, right? But it was only like for 2 days. But let me tell you, so her mom, I guess, got upset with her and like kicked her out. Like her mom kicked her out while she was pregnant. Like, I felt like that was effed up. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I really feel like that was effed up. So when she called me and she was crying and stuff, like I had pulled up on her and I brought her back to my mom's apartment because my mom said it was okay. Now, let me tell y'all about that. And I don't want this to be too long, but let me tell y'all about that. So ever since, like, growing up, my mom did not like my homegirl. Like, she did not like her. Like, she always would judge her, say that the girl was fast, say that the girl was this, that, and the third. And when I had told my mom something personal about her, that changed her whole perspective about her. So then, like, right after I gave her the information, she was more nicer and she was more caring. Like, all that hatred that she had for her growing up, she did not have it for her no more, and she had wanted to help her. And I think she felt bad because she could understand why the girl was maybe doing some of the things she was doing. I don't know, but it's like my mom, it changed her perspective, so she started being nice to the girl. So when I told her what was going on, that her mom had kicked her out while she was pregnant and stuff, my mom was like, okay, she could come over here. I had went and got her and she came over or whatever. But then on like the second day, my mom came to me and told me that she had to go back and basically talk to her mom and ask her mom if she could move back in because my mom didn't want her staying with us long term. Now, that wasn't anything against her. Like, and I felt like when I told her that, my mom said that she got to go back like to her mom's house, it was almost like she was hurt or she was offended. But for one, that was not my place. Like, that was not my apartment. That was my mom's apartment. Like, I couldn't even do what I wanted to do in there, let alone I was gonna make my mom allow my homegirl to live with us. Like, nah. Like, and then plus stuff was expensive. Like, we all was paying for stuff. Like, it was not just like my mom was able to take care of everything on her own. No, stuff was super expensive, especially the type of apartment that she got. Like, we all was chipping in at the time, right? So it was actually a good thing that my mom didn't allow her to live with us, because my mom, she was like nice at first. Like, she was nice and she was cool to her. But if my homegirl would have lived with us long term and my mom would have got comfortable, she definitely would have started tripping on my homegirl. Because if she was kicking me out, who is her own daughter, what the freak do you think she would do to you? Like, I'm just asking, like, for real, like, let's be serious. So it was actually a good thing that my mom was honest and she wasn't just like gonna take advantage of my homegirl in her vulnerable situation and be like, oh yeah, she could live with us, she could live with us, and then she treating her like a dog because she was doing me. So yeah, like, I let, like, soon as my mom told me that, I let my homegirl know. Like, I kept direct communication with her while she was staying at my mom's apartment, right? So when I was living with her at her mom's boyfriend's apartment, she did not, like, she didn't communicate with me. Like, she didn't keep me updated for real. Like, it just was kind of like, okay, yeah, you can stay here now, you're good, you're good. And then it was like, oh, my mom said you gotta go. So I was really unprepared. Like, and anyway, so boom, I'm at the motel, or like, no, we went to Walmart, got the stuff, came back. I told her mom, like, before I got out her mama car, I told her thank you. Her mom ain't say nothing, so I don't know if she ain't hear me. Well, I was crying though, so maybe she didn't understand what I was saying. I don't know. But they had dropped me off, and then my best friend had came up for a little bit, and she was talking to me, and I just broke down crying. I ain't gonna lie, y'all, I just broke down crying on the bed, and I just remember her standing there looking at me like, I don't know. So then she finally had left, and she told me right after her mom said I had to go and I left, like a day or two later, her family, my homegirl's family left to go on like vacation. I think they went to the beach or something. So I asked my homegirl, I said, girl, do you think that I could come like over there where you're at until your family come home? Because they said they didn't want me over there. And yeah, I was wrong for asking that because they said they didn't want me over there, like, duh. But I don't know, I was young, and then plus I was very, very desperate. So if she was going to allow that, then, I was going to I was going to go. Like, what are you talking about? Because I really didn't know where to go at the time. So let me tell you. So at first she was like, yeah. But then when I called her that morning, as I was like packing up to leave the motel, she picked up the phone, and I could tell she seemed like she was aggravated or like irritated or whatever. And I was like, hey girl, you think I could still come over there? And she was like, yeah, like I guess or whatever. So I was like, okay, I have all my stuff with me, so you think you could help me bring my stuff upstairs when I come? And she was just like, okay. So I had ordered my Lyft, and the Lyft had dropped me off to the address. And I called her, and I was like, hey girl, like I'm outside, I got my stuff. And she was just like, okay. And then we had got off the phone. And so time was going by, like 10 minutes went by. So I had sat down because I was thinking, like, I was waiting on her because she said she was going to help me. So I was waiting on her. So 10 minutes go by, and then 20 minutes go by. So time going by, right? 30 minutes go by. So I think even my uncle had called me. So my uncle called me. I got on the phone with him. It was just the same old, same old. He asked me what I'm doing, da-da-da. So I'm telling him. And y'all, I don't know what happened. Like, I don't know if I got to asking him questions. I don't know what happened. But he was saying something to me like, I don't know, y'all, because I don't want to tell it wrong, but this is how I remember it. I think that I was asking him why he kept calling me, because he kept calling me, but he wasn't providing any help. It was more so he would call me and be like, so what you doing? Where you at right now? Like, what's your plan? And I would tell him, and that would be it. He would be like, oh, okay, well, like, good luck, I'm praying for you, whatever case may be. So as time going on, I'm starting to catch on, and I think I was like, well, why you keep calling me if you can't help me, or why you keep calling me, like, what's the reason that you keep getting updates or whatever? And so I remember I got upset, and I started, like, I didn't blank on him, but I kind of started blanking on him, and he was like, hold on, who you talking to? Like, I'm talking to you, sir. You keep calling my phone, asking me what I'm doing, what's my plan, but you can't help me. Because if it was me, and I was like, aunt, and like if I was an aunt and my niece was going through something and I knew that I could not help her due to my circumstances, I would call her, pray with her, give her some encouraging words, and then that would be that. Like, you feel me? Or I'll send money if I could. But I'm not gonna constantly keep calling her multiple times every day to get updates on her, and I know that I can't help her. Like, there's no point in that. And then on top of that, the messiest part about it, the man was only calling my phone to get updates so he could call my other family members and they could sit up and gossip about me. So my whole family knew what was going on with me before I even decided to call some of their phones. They already knew. So when I called, we're gonna get into all that. So anyway, So yeah, I'm sitting, by this time I'm sitting outside my homegirl, her mama and her mama boyfriend crib. And cause she said that she was gonna come downstairs help me with my stuff because, and I know you probably like, why you ain't just start taking your stuff upstairs? And because like I had got dropped off in a lift, so all my stuff would have just been sitting there. I had like all the stuff I had was stuff that meant something to me. Like I had my laptop and stuff, so I didn't want to just leave it sitting there. And then I came back and it was gone. So when I called her, I asked her. She said yeah. So as I'm sitting down there and time is going by, I kid y'all not, y'all, I probably was out there over an hour. Like, time was going by for real. That girl left me outside for like over an hour. Like, literally. But then it's like I had so much going on that I didn't even realize how much time was going by. Like, I had done got into it with my uncle, hung up the phone on him, and then who else? And then I had ended up finding me somewhere to go to while I was outside. It was this girl that I knew back in middle school, and I told her what was going on, and she literally offered me a place to stay. She was like, oh, you can come stay with me, da da da. And that had shocked me because it was like I wasn't even really friends with that girl. Like we went to like we was cool back in middle school, but even then we weren't super close. So the fact that she was like willing to help me, I was like, oh, that's clutch. And so yeah, so I'm down there, I'm texting, like I'm on Facebook and stuff, and like time going by, so I didn't even say nothing. Like I didn't call my homegirl or nothing. Like I was sitting out there and the girl told me that I could move in with her. Like, but I couldn't move in that same day. She told me to give her like a day or two so they could clean out one of their rooms, right? So when I had got that set up and I was like, yeah, like I got me a place to go, like that's cool, I started to feel a little better. Now keep in mind, like I said, I have not called the homegirl. The homegirl has not called me. Like, as far as she know, I'm just downstairs sitting. And then she had my location too. So she was watching my location the whole time, knowing that, like, and I don't know what she was doing. Like, I don't know if she was trying to be funny. She could have been trying to be funny. Like, and then she was going through a lot too. I think she was going through like she had her own issues going on. And like, I could respect that. But at the same time, like, I had my own issues going on and I still helped her. Like I still was there for her. So I'm not finna just excuse that like that's normal behavior, because it's like if she didn't want me over there, she could have told me that. But she told me to come and she told me she was gonna help me get my stuff, and she left me downstairs for over an hour. So yeah, I ain't said nothing to her. She ain't said nothing to me. So I'm like, you know what? Since the girl said that she was gonna allow me to stay with her, I'ma just get me a hotel room. Well, motel, my bad, y'all. I would just get me a motel room for another night. And then she said, like, the girl that was gonna let me move in with her, she said she was gonna come and get me from the motel and like basically move my stuff because she had her own car. Clutch. So I had got me a lift, found me like a motel that was gonna let me get a room from them, and I had ordered me a lift and I had left. So as I'm on the way to the motel, or I don't know if I hadn't got dropped off, I don't know. But while my homegirl texted me, right? And she was like, why you ain't tell me that you was leaving? I had my front door open the whole time. Like I was waiting on you. Why you ain't tell me you wasn't coming up? Like trying to make it seem like I was in the wrong. Like basically she said that she had got up out her bed and unlocked the door and then I guess went back to go lay down and was waiting on me to come up. But I know that's a lie because I literally called her and told her twice that I was going to have all my stuff with me and if she could help me. She said yes and literally left me downstairs outside. Like literally. I'm not making this up. I swear to God. And she watched my location to see how long I was going to sit down there, because she probably thought that I was going to call her again. She probably was waiting on me to call her, text her and be like, hey, best friend, you going to help me with my stuff? You going to help? Girl, I wasn't about to do all that. That girl knew what I was going through. If she didn't care, that was her prerogative. That's fine. Like, you feel me? If she didn't care about what I was going through, she was right to do that, because everybody had their own free will. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you can't expect me to be calling your phone, blowing you up, trying to get in contact with you, and you sitting up there watching me sit downstairs by myself with all the stuff that you already know I'm going through. And I never, like I said, never did that girl like that. Anyway, so she texted me and she was like, yeah. I said, oh, it's okay. Like, I had went and got me another room. So then she tried to tell me that the fact that my bad, y'all, I had ran out of storage. And so it has stopped recording. So I'm actually going to do a part 2 to this, because this video already getting long. I think it's like 20 minutes long. Do part 2. But anyway, she basically said that the fact that I went and got me a motel room, I was wasting money. And I thought that was crazy because she was acting like she did not want me to come over there with her. That's why she left me downstairs. Then she gonna try to flip it like, oh, I was trying to help you and now you're just wasting money. Like, she was trying to make me feel like I was doing too much, but I wasn't doing too much. She was upset that I didn't fall for her antics, basically. She was upset that she wasn't able to have me begging for her to help me. Like, girl, anybody about to beg nobody that I done helped to help me, or you done lost your mind. Like, bruh, think about it. Why would I beg someone that I done had to help and she ain't had to beg me to help her? You think I'm finna beg you? So, yeah. I'm going to do a part 2 tomorrow. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm going to see you in my next video.